You might not think a walking stick could go viral, but our next guest has proven that Irish tradition still has plenty of life in it.
Yes, fifth-generation craftsman Francis McCaffrey joins us now with his collection of beautifully handcrafted shillelaghs to show us how he turns a simple piece of wood into a piece of Irish heritage. You're very welcome, Francis. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, there's probably plenty of listeners at home that have no idea what a shillelagh is, so tell us, what is a shillelagh?
Okay, a shillelagh is a traditional Irish walking stick, usually made from blackthorn wood. And it was something that, of course, it has some association with faction fighting in the 1800s. But in modern times, it has developed into much more. It's more a representation of Irish culture. It used to be a very, what's considered a heritage product of Ireland. Say, when Muhammad Ali came, if you go through, say, Dublin Airport, there's a big picture of Muhammad Ali being presented with a shillelagh, and it was something traditionally that Irish people were very proud of, and I see myself as a bit of a custodian of Irish heritage, and I'm trying to bring this back and trying to educate people that, look, there's something here, you can actually have a job from it, there's a history, there's a tradition, there's a culture, and I'm trying to bring this old craft back, and yeah, and I really appreciate guys bringing me on today.
No, we're delighted to have you on. You said you feel like you're a custodian. Yes. You are the fifth generation in your family to make these shillelaghs. So, A, what started it in the family, and what was it like growing up around it?
Yeah, well, growing up, I always remember the sounds and the smell of wood, and to me that was normal. My dad's a carpenter by trade. Hi, Dad, I know you're watching. Hey. And so basically my dad would always be going out to his shed, and I was always wondering what he was doing there as a kid. You're always kind of curious. And I'd always hear the noise, and I'd go up to the door and listen, like, what's he at in there and stuff. I hear the machines, and, you know, as a young man, you kind of get, oh, I want to have a go at this. And my dad's like, stay away from the saws and all like this.
Naturally.
So for me, it was always a sense of curiosity, and it developed, of course, as you know, I went and I had my own job, and I started it as a kind of hobby, but I had a very kind of family tradition to it. And of course, growing up, I was very curious about it. And my dad was always says, very hard working with wood. You're prone to injury and different things like that. But it's something that I wanted to keep the family tradition going. And I think it's very important. As a son, you have a kind of duty to respect your dad. And that's as nice as I'm going to get, Dad.
That's all the compliments you're getting here this morning.
But it dates back to 1847 when the family started.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, we can only trace it back about 5 generations. And, you know, my granddad was involved in this as well. He was from Fermanagh, and we would, my family would be always going to the craft fairs. They would bring all of the sticks that they'd made. And it was very much an integral part of our family history. Like, we're all craftsperson. We're all kind of people that would go to the craft fairs. But in olden times, you could only take it so far, because you can only really go to the craft markets to sell it, or to tourists or something like that. But now, thanks to technology, I can be alone in my little stick dungeon, and just by clicking a button on my phone, I can be communicating with people from Japan, from Australia, from everywhere, Hawaii, and it's just it's baffling to me how this has grown now into to quite a phenomenon.
So you took to TikTok.
Yes,
what you're saying, and the reaction around the world has been amazing.
Yes, you see, the thing about TikTok and these short little form contexts is you can't be afraid of it. Like, before, you would go to museum to see Irish heritage. Now you can see Irish heritage on TikTok, on my YouTube clips, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. And I think that, you know, you have to try. Look, I'm bringing this old world profession back. And I expected, when I started putting these little short clips online, I expected a curiosity, but what I didn't expect was passion. Like, I would have history buffs, I'd have young people, I want to do that. It's such a, like, even like Sheamus the wrestler is very famous. He has a shillelagh now, he brings it out when he fights, a WWE wrestler. You have movies, the culture around it. It was on Clockwork Orange, you have Gangs in New York. And yeah, it's really it allows you, if you were a craftsperson, go out there and tell your story, show people the process. Don't be afraid of what people say. Of course, there's going to be a few guys online, that's simple, I can do that, and this. And luckily, being Irish, I think we're a little bit thick-skinned to comments. I think growing up in Kerry, I was I was called many things, and you just kind of just laugh, and you have this kind of approach to it. And so if you're a craft person watching, don't be afraid. Go out and tell your story. Pick up a phone. You don't have to be perfect. You can make mistakes. Don't worry about the lighting. Like this studio is perfect. Don't worry, in your dark area, press a button and start. You'll get your first person, your first comment, and it's, you know, you feel good when someone who, say, buys something like this in a heritage product, say, look, it allowed me to walk when I had my son's wedding to go to, and it's predominantly used by walking age. So you get so many stories.
Well, I mean, there's a reason people are tuning in. You're a very engaging man. You're a brilliant storyteller, and you're an absolute gent. But I mean, I want you to walk us through, because you've brought a variety of sticks here for us today. So what are some of the different types of sticks we have here?
Okay, I'll show you some of these. Now, this is something that I'm trying to bring back as well. So here you have what would be known as a swagger stick. And if you look at some old pictures online, like the old Irish Army guys in the 20s and 30s, they would have a piece of blackthorn. I've seen some pictures, so I thought that was quite interesting. So usually I would take a little piece of blackthorn like this with its thorns, and I would just make it for a swagger stick. So if there's someone on set here who's the boss and thinks they're in charge, you know,
that's my field.
That looks like something you wouldn't want to get hit over the head with.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
That's not a walking stick. Not that you're a very small person.
It's a heritage product of Ireland, guys. It's a heritage product of Ireland. A nice souvenir. You know, you just hang it in. Don't do anything at home that Martin's suggesting as well. Like.
Okay, Francis, great to meet you. Now, if you want to get your hands on a piece of Irish heritage, check out McCaffreycrafts.com. Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
Okay, let's head over to